For 30 years, we have been lighting up the night. We are Baja Designs, the scientists of lighting.
Score big at Four Wheel Parts all month long. For a limited time, save big with up to 40% off Jeep JK parts and accessories. Plus savings all month long on tires, wheels, lift kits, lighting, and overland products. Take your rig from boring to built, only at 4WP.
Your locally owned Bill Alexander Ford has the vehicles you want. F-Series, Bronco, Expedition, Edge, Explorer, Escape, and Ranger. And try our mobile service for light maintenance. We will come to you. For a difference you can count on, visit us in person or go to BillAlexanderFord.com.
Over 25 years of off-road racing dominance. Proprietary patented race technology. Proudly made in the USA. Unparalleled customer service and support. The choice of champions. King Shocks. The leader in off-road shock technology.
KMC's pursuit of victory has pushed us to the front of the pack, to the brink of destruction, and across the finish line for decades. Regardless of the driver, the vehicle, or the terrain, these are the wheels that will help you win by a landslide. The process of relentlessly redefining performance cannot be learned or taught. It's in our DNA.
All right, welcome back, you guys. Once again, we are here with the KMC Wheels Fishgistics coverage of the Score Baja 400 today. All of our updates today are presented by F&L Racing Fuel. Glad you guys joined us today. Hopefully you guys had some fun with this race. We just got word that the first car crossed the time finish line, and it was Bryce Menzies, number 7. So congratulations, Bryce Menzies. He is going to be your race winner, barring any penalties or anything like that. The number 7 is going to be your race winner. The 83 also just crossed the finish line, but the 83 started in front of the 7, and they finished behind the 7, so there's no way physical for them to beat them. So unless there's a penalty, Luke McMillan is going to be second. And honestly, I think that that Luke is totally fine with that. You know, the way the race kind of was going, he had a flat tire early around kilometer 77. He got passed, and then he just kind of followed Bryce around the course the rest of the day, about 2 to 3 minutes behind most of the day. At a certain point, if you're Luke, I'm sure going through his mind, he was thinking that this finish position today is my starting position for the 1,000. So he didn't want to probably push it too hard and take a chance of making a mistake or having something break and then DNFing the race or something and having to start all the way in the back of the 1,000. So at a certain point today, I'm sure he was content with a second place. And we know Bryce was content with the first place. Honestly, like starting the Baja 1000 first on the road isn't even like an advantage sometimes. Sometimes it's better to be second or third just because, you know, it's kind of crazy once you get south and you're getting out of town to be the first car coming through. So definitely a fun race today. The Score doesn't have a camera at the the actual finish line. They have this. This is their feed down at the ceremonial finish line. So once we see somebody come on here, we will probably honestly just sign off for this interview, and then you guys can go listen to their interview because I'm not going to talk over the top of them. So I will come back. I'll stay live with you for a couple more minutes here, but then I'll come back and do one more update at 7 o'clock, and that'll be the update just kind of on a couple of the other classes and everything. But we just wanted to come live real quick right now and let you know that Bryce Menzies is our winner. He has crossed the finish line first, and I will keep talking here with updates until I see Bryce go on there, and then when I do, you guys can go over to the score feed and listen to the interviews over there. Luke McMillan finished second. Dan McMillan is currently third coming in. Jonathan Brenthal. So right here, these keep jumping all around. I don't know who is fourth, fifth, and sixth right here. So it's the 89. I believe the 89's in front because, see, it updated 4 minutes ago. So for sure they're in front of the 46. And then the Brenthal Jurgensen entry just updated. There we go. Okay, updated again. 89 right there. There you go. Good update, 89. Brenthal, good update, 27. And Paul Wheel, 46. Toby Price, good update. So that is going to be right. Dan McMillan is going to be third, it looks like. Not fourth. He's going to be third, and he's going to start third at the Baja 1000 unless someone back here sneaks in behind him. Like Rob Mack, maybe, depending on how close he is, but I don't think so. He's too far away. And Ampudia, same thing. I think he's too far away. Actually, where did Ampudia start here? Ampudia might be, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So Ampudia would have to finish within 10 minutes of Dan McMillan finishing. I don't think that's going to happen. I think he's just a little bit out of there. So this order you see right here is most likely going to be pretty much your order. The 89 started third, and the 27 started 3 positions back. So the 27 could actually beat the 89. That might be one position that might change right there. The 27 has 3 minutes to finish behind the 89 in order to beat them, and it looks like right now they're within 3 minutes. So I'm going to say that the 23, Dan's going to be third. I'm going to give 4th place to the 27 on my guess, and then 5th place I'm going to say is Walser. 6th place is going to be the 46, and then we're going to have the 10 and the 1. One's probably ahead of the 10, it looks like, on the tracker. So that's a look at the beginning there. So that's Ampudia for you guys right there. And then back a little bit, we have Justin Lofton still coming in. And we have behind them, we have the 21, Tavo, brand new truck. Good to see him. Andy McMillan just dealt with tons of traffic all day today. So bummer for Andy. He had a bad qualifying, got a flat tire, had to start in the back today. And it's too hard to come through the traffic and do anything there. I'm watching the score feed. So we're watching the score feed here. As soon as I see Bryce Menzies come on here, get up there, I'm going to sign off so you guys can go and watch them. But yeah, Andy just cleared the meadow, so he's moving. So good job to Andy on taking what wasn't a great starting spot in the back and making the best out of it. He'll have a decent starting spot for the Baja 1000. Not great, obviously, not where he wants to be, but the Baja 1000, it's a little easier to win from farther back than a short 390-mile sprint race, really. So the 1000, anything can happen in that long race. So that's a look at these right here. Then we have these cars are just sitting there. So if you see like Wayne Matlock and the 153, 16, these are cars on the trailer right there at Ojos. They're not actually on the course. They're out of the race and sitting on a trailer there. That's what's going on there. We did get an update on Brock Dickerson. He broke a drive shaft, and it took out the cooling lines on the truck. So the drive shaft broke and took out everything when it was spinning around. So bummer on Brock Dickerson. That kid was hauling butt all day today. And unfortunately, his race has come to an end. So Brock Dickerson is out. The spec truck class is really good right here still. Look at this. We have Polvardi and Hancock. Hancock's actually in front of Polvardi still once it updates. The 204 and the 2, there you go, just updated. See, 228, Ryan Hancock still out front. 204 is closer than it looks right here because that hasn't updated in 2 minutes. But this is a heck of a battle right here. The 228 started right behind the 204. So as long as the 228 finishes in front of the 204, they're going to have him on the position, and they're going to be the winner. The 204 has to get back ahead of the 228 and put 30 seconds on him in order to make it to be the winner. So this is a close 1-2 right there in spec. What happened to truck 70? I don't know what happened to him. I know they had some driveline issues earlier, or drivetrain. I don't know if it was a transmission or a drive shaft or something, but they were stopped earlier with it, and now they're out of the race. But I haven't heard what happened to the 70 now since that earlier report. So Cameron has cleared the meadow. Perfect. Okay, so yeah, the 16 tracker, it's been kind of weird all day. Hasn't updated in 32 minutes, but they did just clear the meadow right here, so that's good. What happened to Wayne Matlock? Dave, I'm not sure. I haven't heard what happened to Matlock. I know Kristen was still going good, but I haven't heard anything from Matlock. And over on the score feed, there's the finish. I don't see any trucks there yet at the finish line, so we're going to keep doing some more updates until I see the truck there. We can see, here's the 70. So the 70's already back into town. They're already in Ensenada, or coming into Ensenada. So bummer for them. They're on the trailer and headed back to town. Here's the 83 coming in, and the 7's going to be just in front of them. So the 7's probably going to be to the finish line anytime now. Somebody said Cameron blew a transmission line and stopped to fix it. Okay, so there's another update on the 16 for you guys. So a bit of bad luck today for Cameron in the 16. He also broke a brake line earlier on the front, and they had to replace a brake line. So that was a bummer for Cameron earlier in the day. He's just not having a clean run today. So that's that. All right, let's see. Somebody can come up there. Someone's going to be up there soon, I think. Class 1, if we zoom in, there's so many cars on here now. I got to turn some of these layers off. Class 1, let's see. Where's Parkhouse at? It's pretty much been the Parkhouse show all day today. Brian Parkhouse been leading almost all day. Has a huge lead every time we look. Let's see. He's at 332. He's got about a 15-mile lead almost. So Damon Jeffries is in second in Class 1. And yeah, that's your first two. Parkhouse and Jeffries. Then in Class 10, it's been a good battle right here. We got Stan Potter, we got Ivan Tangle, the 1067 and the 1009. All three of those, look at that, really close together right there. And here we go. All right, Bryce Menzies is at the finish line. So I'm going to sign off. You guys go listen to the interview. Go watch Score Site, and then come back here at 7 o'clock, and I'll give you guys another update, okay? We'll sign off. Go over to the Score Live real quick.